it's your girl, Evelyn Lozada, with a new episode of Drop the Low with my amazing co-host.
Hello, I am Shaniece Hairston.
So today, I know I say I'm excited every episode, but this is the most excited that I've ever been. This is going to be my favorite guest of all time. So let me just give you a quick intro on him. He's got the biggest heart, the strongest arm on the baseball field, and the funniest one-liners that catch me off guard from time to time. He's very unfiltered. He's smart. He's kind. He's athletic. And he calls me mom. Leo Crawford.
Hi, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Hi.
Welcome
That's really
to Drop
sweet.
the Low. Don't act like you don't want to be on the podcast because you've been wanting to do it. So today I thought we would do some like fun mommy and kid questions. Yeah, I'm a little worried because I feel like you're very unfiltered and you're very unfiltered. I have no idea.
You think I'm unfiltered?
I think you're unfiltered. I think you're unfiltered. But this guy,
No, he has a smart mouth.
he has a smart mouth. He definitely has a combination of Carl and myself.
Yeah.
You know what I realized one day? I'm a fire sign, Sagittarius. Leo's a fire sign. He's an Aries. And Carl's a fire sign. We're all fire signs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a lot. What are you? What's
Spicy.
your Gemini is
I'm
what?
air.
Yeah.
There's a lot of air and earth in my chart.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, totally. Totally. All right, Leo. So I got some questions specifically for you. Okay. So you could be you can say whatever you want to say. This is a safe space for you to be yourself. Okay. All right. The first question I have for you is, what's the best thing about having me as a mom?
Pretty famous, so like it's fun whenever we go to the airport or like somewhere and you get stopped for pictures, and like if I'm with a friend, they're like, how do you know your mom, or like stuff like that.
That's the favorite part.
I mean,
Give me another one.
Something like not about that. Like something like that she does at home, or
like she's a good cook in the morning. She cooks good.
you do be cooking that breakfast.
I do cook that. What did I add recently?
Waffles.
Now I'm making what? You know what happened? He stopped eating eggs. And he stopped eating eggs, so it now even limits me even more. Because, at least eggs gives you options in the morning. Mm-hmm. So now I make fresh waffles. So I do the mix and then I put it in the waffle maker. Yeah.
So, and I think it's funny that we're doing this today because obviously mom had us 21 years. You were 20. I was 20 when you had Leo. No, I was 21.
You were 21.
You were 3 months old when I turned 21. So, like, you make him breakfast every morning. You definitely made sure I got fed, but, like, it was full-on takeout. We were, like, getting takeout for breakfast.
We were, but you ate every morning.
No, I ate every morning, of course. No, I was fed. I'm just saying the difference. Now you're like,
well, you guys
need your
have two
eggs.
totally different moms.
For sure, which is why I think it's funny.
So, I mean, yeah, obviously you guys had two totally different moms. You had a young mom and you get the more mature version. Okay, I have another question for you. If you could plan the perfect day for us to go hang out, what would we do?
Okay, so first we would go skiing. Okay.
Like in Aspen? Like when we were in Aspen?
we would go skiing.
Okay.
Then I would want to go get a new electric bike. Mm-hmm. And then I would want to go fishing. And then I would want to eat at like a steakhouse.
Yeah. Got it. So all the things you love to do.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know what I love about you, Leo? You have a nice like range of activities. And that's going to be great when you're older, like a man. You're going to want to travel. You're going to want to ski. And then you're going to want to play baseball and eat good food. Like, that's how you are now, which is great.
You like to travel, right? He loves it.
Travel.
And he's the type, like, when he travels, he wants to experience everything that, they have there. Like, he wants to do the water sports. Like, you're very adventurous. You're very adventurous. So when you get older, like you said, somebody's gonna enjoy that. So this is a fun question. Oh, actually, I'll give this question to the both of you guys. Do you think I embarrass you sometimes?
Yes, most definitely.
What? Give me one time I embarrassed you.
You just like, you literally say, like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna embarrass you. Or like that one time in pre-K, you came in to like dressed as like Black Panther or something like that, and walked into the classroom, started yelling. It was so embarrassing, but like it was fun at the same time.
Yeah, well, it was Halloween. We were both dressed like Black Panther. I surprised you. Went into his class, and we were going to Disney.
What do you mean she was yelling? Yelling what?
She was like, Wakanda for like,
You know, the movie was a big deal, but look, it's a vivid memory you have, and although I embarrassed you, you said it was fun too.
Yeah. You came in full force.
No, we had pictures, right, Leo?
No,
Me
that
and
was
you
a
had
good costume.
pictures. Yeah, actually, we had a few years where we dressed in. You were little, so we dressed in costumes together. Are you gonna do that with Blaze?
What?
Like it's Halloween, and you can dress like similar characters, but you're just like the
Yeah.
female version.
I think I have to.
You don't have a choice. He's getting dressed for
I know, I have
Halloween.
to, yeah. What was your first Halloween costume? I was a pumpkin.
thought I was Mickey
Remember?
Mouse.
You were Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yes, I remember that in Arizona.
You working, and he had a fever. He was sick.
Aw.
Yeah, he was sick. Okay, so, all right, let's see here. Okay, this is a good question. What does being a good teammate mean to you? So you play a lot of sports. Now you're about to play tackle football. You just hit a home run yesterday. So huge hit. So what is it? Yeah, what does it mean being a good teammate?
Helping them out whenever they're like doing bad. And,
Yeah.
like, they hit like a poo-poo in the game. Just tell them.
Like encouraging them?
Yeah.
That's good. You have great sportsmanship. He got an award at school for having great sportsmanship.
Did you say they hit like what?
Huh?
You said they hit like poo-poo?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
He said when they hit like poop, he encourages them.
Do you think having good sportsmanship has made you like a better friend?
Not really.
Like with your friends? Not really. You're like a crappy friend and you're like, you have great sportsmanship.
Nah, I think it's the other way around, honestly.
No, you have great sportsmanship. You have great leadership in your team, right?
Well, sometimes if I'm like in a good mood, but like if not, then I'll be mad.
Okay.
Because like, if I'm in the outfield and my team makes a bad play and like last couple of minutes in the game, I'm pissed off.
Do you?
And I don't say any, like I'm mad.
Yeah, I wonder what you're thinking out there. I'm like, does he feel, that's good to know. I didn't know if you were just kind of like whatever, or if they're making bad plays.
Like I'm mad.
Oh, are you? Because the game before last, I feel like there were a lot of like mistakes made, and you were in the outfield, and yeah, it was a lot going on. What do you want? I already know the answer to this, but the world doesn't. Maybe the world doesn't. What do you want to be when you grow up, and how can I help you as your mom?
I want to be a football player or MLB player, and you can help me by keep making me good food.
Just feed you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wait, you want to do football and base? You want to be both?
one of them,
One of them.
at least one of them.
You already know how I feel about football. Okay, if you could travel anywhere in the world with me, where would we go? Like you could
Japan again.
Ooh.
pick anywhere in the world. You would pick Japan again. Pick
Yeah.
some place you haven't been to.
I don't know. Like somewhere tropical, I guess.
I think you want to go to Dubai.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Me too. We're going to go to Dubai.
I think you want to go to Dubai.
I like Dubai. I think you would like it too. They have the Atlantis like they have in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get Mama to go
to the
Supposed to
Atlantis.
go there for
on a family trip. So my mom likes to go to the same places on our trips. She likes to go to the same places. And I'm like, Mom, what about this? What about that? And she's very much a creature of habit.
I am. I
You
I
are.
like, and you know what? Because I've experienced it and I know it's like safe. I'm like,
It's a safety thing.
yeah, and it's all. I don't want to be on a plane for 15 hours.
Oh my God, but you eat, you lay down, like it's good.
Yeah, that's if you're flying first class.
Yeah.
You guys are expensive. You
Yeah.
want to fly first class to Dubai? Like, what the hell?
No, I think Leo would love it.
All right, so this is going to be for both of you guys. What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about our relationship
What, this is
together? It's together.
I don't know. I think we have open conversations, right? It's very honest. Sometimes you say things that are like, really, did he say that? You know? And then we have to act like it's okay. And then, you know, we're like, did he say that? But I think we let you be yourself, right? Yeah, we have open conversations. What else?
Got me stuck on that.
Yeah.
You
You
got-
don't think you say crazy things? And
No, I
it's
definitely do.
Okay, cool. And you're very comfortable about it. Yeah. So that makes us very different because I'm a little bit more like, I shouldn't say this or,
Oh my
you know
God.
what I mean? And he's just like,
Yeah, he really says whatever the hell he wants to say.
Yeah.
At all times. But you know what? He knows when to filter it, so that's good. So you always, and you're gonna see
You
this.
said I wasn't unfiltered like 10 minutes ago.
But you know when to be unfiltered.
like,
Is-
like when
so-
you're at your friend's parents'
Yeah, like you have
house.
common sense, which is what you want your kids to have. So just like with Blaze, like you want Blaze, it's fine if your kids are crazy at home and say crazy things, but not at your friend's house or not around your coaches. You know what I mean? So because it's just a different thing. He knows every time he goes to someone's house or they're always like, oh my God, he's so amazing. He's such a good boy. Like he can come over anytime. Because sometimes you have kids visit and they're annoying. That's
Yeah.
just what it is.
For
And
sure.
I'm like, you can't go home quick enough. So I'm glad that Leo's not like that, you know? What's your favorite memory with me growing up?
I would say, because it was just like always me and you for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, like it was just me and you living together and
Yeah.
stuff. No, I feel like we would always walk around the mall. You would take me to, if anyone, I'm about to date myself, if anyone knows Limited 2. That would be like our shopping spree thing. Like we always had quality time.
We did.
Like we would go eat at Houston's together, and then we would go like, she would buy me stuff. My mom likes to buy things. And we would
do.
do that. So I think growing up, we spent a lot of like one-on-one time.
Yeah, I would buy
together.
your friends things too.
You would buy my friends things. You would take them on trips.
Yeah.
Like one of my friends from middle school, I think you took her on her first plane ride.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I think would be. Well, that was a few memories.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
We always had
We
girl
did.
time.
Yeah, and you went to school in the Bronx at the time.
Yeah.
So, at the time you went to school in the Bronx, and I know that everybody doesn't get to experience the same things.
Yes.
So, you were probably going on a plane pretty often. So I knew your friends were not, they just weren't doing the same thing. So I wanted them to experience that. So, and they had a ball.
Yeah, they did.
They had
No,
a
they
ball.
did. No, I even remember the first time you took me to get my eyebrows done.
I remember that.
Like little stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
like, wow. Or like the first time she took me to get my makeup done when I was 16. Like
Yeah.
stuff that girls remember.
Yeah. Leo, you don't remember
gave you
any-
enough time.
You don't have any fun memories?
You have
I
fun
actually
memories
can
of
think.
mama. Leo's low-key a buzzkill too, because whenever she's having too much fun, like in the Bahamas when she wanted to dance and have fun, you were being a buzzkill. You wanted to go to the room.
I was tired.
You know what he told me? Remember this? I'll forever laugh about that New Year's because you were so mad that everyone at midnight was
Having
partying
fun.
and having a good time. And you were like, I'm never doing this when I get older. And
Me and Aiden were the same.
yeah, you and Aiden, where Jordan at least was trying to like dance with his mom or whatever. Leo was so tired. And then when he came down, there was a guy trying to dance with me,
It was
right?
too-
And were you upset?
No, it was just like weird.
So again, that's the difference between the age difference, right? Because with me, you were outside, like you.
I was outside.
You were outside, like I was hanging around, like you and your friends, you know, because you were a young mom. And I loved, funny enough, like I like to go out. Like I loved being around the party, you know, and I
Yeah.
still do actually.
You know what? I didn't know that back then because you were young and it wasn't something you were expressing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're just dragging you along with us, but you were having the time. You were having a ball.
Time of my life, like I, you know, everyone was like pretty and go out, and I don't know, I was into that.
Yeah.
But that's different from him. He's
Yeah,
like, can we
he's-
go upstairs?
Yeah, he was like, "This is BS." So, describe me in 3 words. Oh, you guys give one each. You could help Leo. Give 1 word to describe me.
Playful. Smart.
Trying to
You
think
go.
about
Go
a word.
Go ahead.
Strict.
Oh God, strict.
She is not strict.
Okay, so we have smart, playful, and strict.
Yeah.
Are those the 3 words? Can you give me one that's a little better than strict?
She's helpful.
Okay, helpful is good.
She is
Helpful
helpful.
is good. I'm helpful. I try to be.
So you
I-
think she's strict?
Yeah. She never lets me sleep over at my friend's house. She lets you sleep over at people's houses?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
I did sleep over
Wow.
my friend's house. I did.
Wow.
But friends slept over my house too.
You act like you
You
don't
have
sleep in
friends.
no one's house. You just had a sleepover the other day,
Yeah, and I
bro.
had to text Dad to convince you.
So she did let me have sleepovers, but I think now, like we said, because she's an older
Yeah, but,
mama,
like, it's like
she
they're like-
she views it like she wants you home.
But like, come on now. Like once in a little bit, I'll be fine.
I don't know. I feel like she's not strict enough, and you have sleepovers.
Yeah, you live. Sha comes here. Sha, you have such a social life, bro. You have such a social life. You're busy all the time. You're at a concert all the time.
You just went to the weekend and the weekend's concert. Before that, it was Kendrick that you've seen twice.
Yeah. How
What
many
else
Chris
was it?
Brown concerts did you go to?
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a good life. But you know, the reason you're going to understand when you get older why I'm so protective about sleepovers.
I'm gonna let my kids sleep over.
No, you're not.
not.
That's BS.
I
Blaze
am.
isn't going anywhere.
Do you know that sometimes there are
Mom, it's like 10 minutes away.
I know, but what it's not the distance.
Okay, so what are you so worried about that
I'm
is gonna
ju-
happen there?
I'm just saying, I'm worried. Okay, one of the things that I'm worried about is the fact that you go to sleep early, right?
So?
You like, if you go to a sleepover, you're going to be the first kid asleep, correct?
Okay, but I force myself to stay up at sleepovers. That's the thing.
Does it
It's
work?
yes. I went to sleep second whenever me, Julian, and Justin had a sleepover.
I guess I like stress because I see things in the news.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I don't want that to happen
It's
to
not.
him.
Wait,
You know,
it's not.
it's so not long ago there was like a sleepover of kids, and one kid went to sleep early, and the other kids decided to boil water and throw it in the kid's face while he was sleeping. So it's things like that. Like you
I've
never
known them
know.
for over 2 years. They're not gonna do that.
I don't know.
They're
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
do
They're
that.
not gonna-
No, I'm there
not
with you. I mean,
going-
And now that you're a mom.
I even before I was a mom, I don't know. I can't do it. I dropped Blaze off to you, and I'm like, and obviously I trust you and your family and you're his grandma, but as I'm walking out the door, I'm like shedding a tear a little bit, and I'm like, girl, pull it together. So and you're you, like I can't even imagine.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of mindful of that. I'm like, okay, he tends to go to sleep early.
But Mom.
I don't want like anybody pulling a
But
prank
Mom,
on
it's
him.
not
'Cause
gonna
then I'm gonna have to
happen.
pull up, and then it's gonna be
That's
all
not
ghetto
gonna
and crazy.
happen. It's not. It's never happened.
Shoot, she's gonna
It's
be in there
never-
screaming Wakanda like she was in your
It's
classroom.
never gonna happen. That's the thing.
Well, you never know what can happen. Or sometimes you never know. Like parents are just like weird, you know, like you just never know.
It can't be.
You'll
I
get
know.
it in 6 years.
I know. So it's just honestly, it's just me being protective of
Yeah,
you.
exactly. It's like overprotective. Over.
You're gonna be like that with your kids too.
No.
And you should be. Yeah, you are, because those are gonna
No.
be my grandkids. And yes, you are. Yeah, you are.
No.
You're gonna be like 90.
You know what I think about sometimes, and I know that you know what I think about sometimes, and this may be silly, but it's not silly. So with Leo, when Leo has children, I'm gonna be the grandmother on the father's side, which I feel like the grandmother on the father's side always gets the shitty end of the stick with the grandkids, because it's all about the wife's mom.
So it's funny you say that. Do you think, like, the relationship, obviously, between your son and the woman what am I trying to say?
I don't know, girl. Spit it out.
We'll go to the next.
I don't know. What are you?
No.
How much are we? We're trying to keep up here.
It's
What?
okay, I'm on break today. Do you think, what you just said, do you think that is indicative of the relationship that the parents have? Like, let's say if he's married, do you think that changes, the relationship? Or is it like,
It changes what relationship between me and him?
the grandma, dad's mom?
Sha, I don't know what you're
Forget
saying.
it.
Next
Moving
question.
on.
I don't know what the hell. What are you saying? What are you saying? Well,
Anyway, whatever. You're
Well, I
the
worry
grandma
about-
of
Please
the
go to the
father.
next question.
I worry about that. You know what I mean? As far as like, we actually have no more questions.
Oh, yay.
We'll continue. I have questions for Sha.
Do you actually not have no more questions?
No, I actually don't, because I know you have a social life and you have things to do.
Are you actually done?
Yeah, I'm done with
here.
you, but
You
I
have
have
those-
questions for Sha.
Strict
people.
child life.
No, I have. I'm done. I'm actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you have no more questions. Leo has a short attention span.
Hey, I'm gonna say this one more time. Watch, he's gonna say no. Can I sleep over at Justin's house?
No.
Told you.
Okay, the last two questions, and then you're free to go. And how about this? I'll bargain with you. You answer these two questions good. Maybe I'll let you have a sleepover.
Okay.
You love a bargain.
Okay. Let's go.
Ew. Okay.
Let's go. Run it, Skippy.
All right. See, if we had our own reality show, what would it be called?
I would name it the Lozada. No. The Leo and Lozada show, right? It would just be me and you, our daily lives. Feel me?
Just making that breakfast.
Her making my breakfast. I wake up. I eat the breakfast. I go to school. Come back. Baseball practice. Everything.
Okay, well, what about, where do I fit in?
You don't.
I don't fit in?
We just see you leaving the house every time to drop plays off.
Just see you dropping.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a good name, Leo. We'll think
Okay.
about that.
Thank you. Next one.
Okay. What makes me a cool mom?
You're very non-strict. You let me do a lot of things. I have a Suron downstairs that goes like 40 miles per hour. You let me do a lot of things. Like,
You are spoiled.
yeah, I would say so. say so.
Okay. I'm glad you
Yeah.
You are
admit it.
spoiled.
Yeah.
So that makes me a cool mom?
Yeah.
That
Do you
get
think I'm a
everything you
good
want.
mom?
Yeah. Of course.
Good.
I hope so, because she's at every single game.
Yep.
And she's hot.
Yep.
Her cheeks are rosy.
Listen, I have a video and I was going to post it on Instagram. It was so scary looking at what I look like after being in the heat for 8 hours. I look swollen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, you like the whole travel sports, the sports in general, because he's playing 5 sports, which is like great, but that's scary.
I'm actually playing. I'm actually playing 2 sports.
I know, but then you want to play track, and then you want to try soccer, and then you want to play
what was I
football,
gonna say?
and
Are you
God
gonna-
forbid she not make it to a game, you are losing it. You know, like it's a lot of work.
Are you
And
gonna
she's
let? Are you gonna let
there.
Blaze play?
Yes, I'm just a little scared.
Well, scared of what?
It's so much.
One of his friend's moms told me yesterday, I FaceTimed her. Her son had a football game, and she goes, I had to go to the car. She was like, Evelyn, I'm just not a sports mom, and I accept it. I'm not a sports mom. She was like, I can't do it. She was like, it's hot. We're there. Like, what is happening? She was like, it's not for me.
Yeah, no, not everything's for everybody. Obviously, like whatever Blaze wants to play, I fully support him. But just seeing you with baseball, and baseball is such an intense, scheduled sport,
gonna let him
I
play tackle?
commend you for not missing one game.
Are you
He
gonna
does
let him,
not miss a
Are you
game.
gonna let him play tackle football?
I'm gonna wait on that. Hopefully
Okay.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping for a little golf.
He has a golf lesson coming up soon.
I'm hoping for some golf.
All right, Leo, we love you. I'm going to continue with Sha. Did you have fun on Drop the Low or?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, that was that. Well, I still have questions for you. You know, my son has but you know what? I appreciate you saying that. Just not that I need anybody to commend me for doing anything, because
I'll
it's like
commend
I'm gonna do whatever I can for my kids. But it is a full-time job. You know, it is a whole. I don't know. I always say I don't know how, and I may have said this on Drop the Low, but I feel like I don't know how some of these parents have jobs and work and are and have several kids and are able to like balance sports life. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's how I feel about like breastfeeding and pumping. It's how I feel about the travels. It's a lot. It's a full-time job.
Well, guess who will be there front and center when Blaze starts playing sports? Me.
We will both be.
Oh my God. You could put him in like, girl, they have the cutest things. So they have like, so the first sport you're going to put him in is soccer. That's the first like little kiddie baby sport that they could like play at.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, at like, I've been down this. I'm like a pro. So the first sport you're going to put them in can be soccer, and they can start at like 2.5, 3 years old. And literally they're kicking a ball through little cones.
Oh, I remember when Leo did that in Arizona.
Remember I started
remember
him?
that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
was young. And even then I have a video of all the kids kind of like, not to toot my son's own horn, but he's very athletic. And they were going, do it like Leo. And Leo was kicking the cones. Bing, 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 bing. So, but it's cute. And it's just for like a good 40 minutes. So that'll be Blaze's first sports. And then you can put him in like, there is baseball, but it's rec. And it's like they hit off a tee, but they're like so small. He has to do it. He has to do it. Oh my God. Okay, well, Leo ditched us because he was like, the hell with this. Okay, so what was it? Oh, wait. So I think you answered this. What was it like having me as a young mom?
Well, we touched on it. Yes.
Do you want to touch on it again?
Yeah, I would say you were, in comparison to Leo having you as a young mom, you were more fun. You were more like you like to do more things. Like now, but it makes sense. Your age is different.
Yeah,
like
thanks, Sha.
you were outside. You were like, let's go here, let's go there.
Yeah, everything was like a time.
Also, I think that we clicked. Like we're closer in age. So that's where like the friend thing comes in. Like when I'm a teenager and you're older. Leo is very different because he's like still your boy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a friend thing yet. I think it's still like you're my son. you know?
Yeah, I think I try to find balance in that with like raising my kids. It's, I think I am a little stricter with him because he's like a little, he wants to do so many things, and it's like I have to tell him he has the bike that he talked about downstairs. He wants another one that's faster. Like he is adventurous and he wants to just be crazy that I'm like, okay, slow down a little bit. You know, I'm like,
That's an Aries.
yes, it's like, so, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, child.
Who's the more expensive child?
I don't know. Both of you guys are. I would be a fucking. I would be the only super millionaire by now if I didn't have kids.
Let me tell you
Both
about
of you guys are
No.
really expensive.
Let me tell you about you. So my mom, when I was younger, took me to get my hair done weekly. I would get, or like every 10 days, 2 weeks. Roller set, blow dries, braids, twisties with the colored rubber bands. You know, I would get my nails done. She would get her nails done. So I grew up as an adult carrying that on. And so she would be like, where are you at? Another appointment? Like, what are you doing? You spend your money on all these beauty things. And I'm like, yeah, you created a monster.
I know.
Yeah.
I did. But you know, growing up in New York, especially in the Bronx, like getting your hair done every week is just part of the culture.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
gotta go
going to get a roller
set.
set and being there in the morning when it opens to get it done.
Yeah.
Was just part of it. Yeah.
And you grew up just pushing out, getting her nails done, getting this, getting that. And I'm like, yeah.
Sha doesn't play with her appointments.
I don't play with my appointments. Another thing that makes Leo and I different, it's like we lived in New York till I was 13, 14.
Right.
So the difference is that I somewhat had seen another side than Leo. He's a side that he will never see.
Right.
You know, because we did live in the Bronx. We did live in Queens. I went to school in the Bronx. I went to Catholic school in the Bronx. I went to school in the Bronx my whole life until I went to high school in Miami. So I think that, yeah, like I just seen another side that he will never see. So I think that also makes us different.
And you know what? It kind of makes me a little sad because not when I took him to New York and I was in the city and we were at the Puerto Rican parade and we were walking around Manhattan and we were like, or we go to the Bronx. Like, I'm like, yo, this is like real life, you know? And not that we're not living real lives, but because he is growing up different, I feel like he doesn't get to experience that. And there's so much culture and there's so much fun and there's so many different foods. And it's just a vibe that he doesn't get here, you know?
For sure.
So I was just, even being at the Puerto Rican parade and him just sitting there, and I could see myself as a kid doing that every year, being at the Puerto Rican parade, and it was such a big deal for me. So I remember I had goosebumps walking up because I was like, oh my God, he's getting to experience this. So much energy, all the Puerto Ricans, and we're in the city, and it just like going to get an ice cream cone or going to the pizza shop, that like that city life. So it's I have to go there more often because I want him to experience other things.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just like Blaze. Blaze is going to have, you know, different, from the very beginning start than like what we did.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think that's a huge difference as well.
Yeah, such a huge difference. So let's see. Okay. How has our relationship changed now that you're a mom too?
I think we got closer since I became a mom.
I think so. I didn't think that could happen.
I never think that we can get closer, and then we get closer, and I'm like, wow, there's another layer here.
Yeah.
You know, like what is what you will want in like one-on-one male to female relationships.
Yeah.
But I think we got closer. I think we got closer as like me also stepping into a different realm of being a woman, like motherhood, female. Yeah, I think. Do you think we got closer?
Yeah, I think we got closer. I think now until you're a mom, you don't really realize like what your mom goes through, I guess, because you're not a mom, right? So I feel like now that you're experiencing being a mother, I think you can kind of relate to me a little bit more as to who I am as a mother. Does
That's
that
true.
make sense?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, even when you're like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Remember when I would ask you that and you would be like, I don't know.
I've
I
been
don't-
waiting for her to bring this up,
I
by the
don't
way,
know.
so she can be like, payback. 'Cause
Yeah.
you are that type.
You have no idea, because I would be like, what are you doing tomorrow? She would be like, I don't know, because she knew I was going to ask her to like help me or something with like Leo. And I was like filming and like juggling shit. And guess who's asking me now? Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I wanted to do other things. The difference is that like you're a grandma.
What the hell does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just like you're a grandma. Grandmas do grandma things.
We do.
That's the difference.
Did you see how excited he was when you FaceTimed me this morning?
Yeah, I don't know if he's excited to see his own face on the FaceTime. Sometimes I wonder, like, is he excited to see his own face?
No, he's excited to see me on
He
the
is,
phone.
he is.
Come on, that's exciting.
No. I've been waiting for you to bring that up because I knew you were going to be like, huh. Payback. But no, I totally get it. But you're
It's two totally different things. Oh my God. What part of your childhood do you want to recreate for your baby?
It was having mom and dad in the same household.
You want to recreate
Oh,
that?
no.
We
Oh,
didn't
not
have
re-
that.
Oh, I want to create it, not recreate
No,
it.
what is something that you did in your childhood that you want to recreate for Blaze?
Oh, I think trips, adventures. Like I want him to travel and see the world, and
Yeah.
I think that would be a big one.
For sure. Are you here today, Shaniece?
No.
What is happening?
No, travel. I want him to
You know
see
what?
the world and see people and go places and eat different foods.
Yeah.
Like I grew up.
Is your spank showing?
I don't have Spanx on.
Oh. What's
My underwear.
Oh, okay.
It's my underwear
have
Skims. No, and try different foods from a young age and just be cultured.
Yeah. One of the things that I want you to recreate for him.
Don't say the
is-
zoo.
The zoo is one of them, but Christmas.
What?
I want him to have a fun Christmas every Christmas.
Oh yeah,
I want you to always make his Christmas. I'm big on Christmas.
I got that.
I love the holidays. You're
Yeah.
like the fucking Grinch on the
No,
holidays.
I'm
Are you
not.
going to be Grinchy now that you have a kid?
No, this Christmas he'll be walking and he can open up his own gifts. I'm so excited about it.
I'm sorry. You're going to be. And you're going to get the elf, and you're going to put the elf in the house, and every day you're going to move him.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a part. And then you got to read him the book that comes with the elf. It's like a big deal.
Yeah.
a
Do you
big-
really think I'm a Grinch on Christmas?
You're so like yeah, you are. You're so like whatever about it.
I guess I am.
I'm like, let's have like Coco and like all wear the same pajamas. You're like, remember the photo we have on the stairs? I have a picture. Actually, we're gonna flash it. We have a photo that we all took, and everybody looks miserable.
Oh, I think I was heartbroken that Christmas.
You're heartbroken every Christmas.
Well, that's why I hate Christmas. I'm a summertime girl.
Everybody, I had my mom in it. We all had the same pajamas. She didn't want to take the photo. Leo didn't want to take the photo. My sister had COVID. My niece had COVID. It was just every year I'm like
Yeah.
excited for the holidays. Like I can't wait for fall.
We're going to crank it up a notch this Christmas.
Yes, that's the energy I need. We're gonna crank it up for fucking Christmas, and I'm so happy.
I'm not gonna be
already
heartbroken.
thinking about girl Home Goods, Christmas stuff
Oh
at
my
Home
God.
Goods. Like once the holidays start going,
Yeah.
Home Goods
Home
is the
Goods.
place to go.
Okay.
Like once, what's the first thing? Halloween. That's what really gets things cracking
Mm-hmm.
at Home Goods, and from that point on, I'm like living in there. So we're gonna do. So you're gonna put up a little
Fun.
tree in the
Fun
house.
times, yeah. I like trees.
Okay.
I like Christmas
You gonna get a
trees.
real one?
I like the smell of the real tree.
I figure that it's gonna be tough because he's gonna be walking, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
What's something you appreciate more now that you're a mom yourself? Sleep?
No, I've always appreciated my sleep. Actually, no, I guess I didn't appreciate my sleep when I was like out partying
Right.
as much because I could just sleep the next
Yeah.
day or something. Nothing takes a hangover away like having to take care of your child the next day. By the way.
That's torture.
Yeah, but like last Friday, it was just like you just got to snap out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of resting in it.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Like my freedom.
Do you miss your freedom?
I've always loved my freedom is the thing.
Right.
It's not like I love it more now than I did then. I've just always loved my freedom. I have a tough time like not being able to like pivot if I want to. You know what I mean? So like when you would ask me to like help and stay with Leo, it's not that I didn't want to.
She didn't want to. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. You never gave me a direct answer. You wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything tomorrow," because you
then
know.
I'm like, well, if something comes up, no, I'm gonna say freedom.
Oh shit!
Now I have to like guess 3 times about doing something as opposed to like, just going.
Yeah, well, you have a good 18 years left of that.
It's aspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You just have to surrender to the new. You just have to surrender to what your life is. Because it takes, even having Leo hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I was an empty nester. You were going to college. Mm-hmm. I was done. I was living la vida loca, and then fucking Carl and Leo came, Mm-hmm. And it kicked my ass, and I was already a mom.
Yeah.
But you're 21 years apart, and it kicked my ass. If you could give advice to your teenage self, what would you tell her today? Dig deep.
What would I tell her today? I don't know. I'm still having the same issues. No, I would tell her that everything is going to be okay. Mm-hmm. We spend like, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say we, but me, like I spend so much time of like, what if this? What if that? What if I make a mistake? Or what if it's not perfect? Or how... I don't know. I just spend so much time in a mindset of perfection. And it's one of those things like you tell God your plans and then it's God like laughs kind of thing. But yeah, I spend so much time wondering, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I make the right move? What if I make the wrong move? It's just overthinking, overthinking on overdrive. And it leads to like anxiety. Yeah. And so I feel that I spent a lot of my time just doing that. And so when I'm doing it, it's kind of stopping you from progressing. Mm-hmm. Like I love you because I love you. That was a separate thing. But I love that like you'll have an idea and you'll just go for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but it has to be perfect. And I get so wrapped up in my own thoughts. And you're like, you've already done it. You know what I mean? Right. Whether it's perfect or not, you're like, I'm done. And you did it, and you don't have all these like extra thoughts. And I do it with everything. I do it with work. I do it with myself. I do it in relationships. I do it with everything. But yeah, I guess that would be it. To basically, everything's gonna be okay. Follow your heart. Be yourself. Yeah. And it's all gonna get figured out in one way or another. Right. Yeah.
Even when you get older, you still feel like you don't have it figured out. Because, like, I know I may look like I feel like I have it figured out. And it's like, oh, she got her shit figured out. But I'm always still feeling like I need to figure it out, if that makes sense.
And people will look at me and be like, you're so put together. And I'm like, do you know everything that's going on in here? What it took to be here? Like, I have to look like I'm put together because there's just too much. I think that's where, like, the OCD comes from and just wanting to have everything perfect. Although nothing is. But yeah, just being comfortable, being uncomfortable and not having it together.
Right. That's good. That's good. That's deep. She dug deep.
That's so deep.
No, that is good. But I think most people can relate to that, right?
Yeah.
It's like most people can, no matter what age you are, you always feel like you're worried and you're just like, what am I doing? Like, where am I going? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
How am I gonna make this happen? And you're right, always does get figured out some way, somehow, even though you don't clearly see how it's gonna get figured out.
Yeah.
No,
it's true.
Yeah. Good. What's a moment between us that made you feel really seen or supported? I think I know the answer. Or maybe not.
I don't know. You always make me feel supported. Like if I have an idea, like for instance, when I was going to get my yoga certificate, you were such like a great cheerleader. You're like, this is your calling. This is what you're supposed. And you were right. You were right. You're like, this is what you're supposed to do, and you're just such a good cheerleader. You are the best person to call if there's a breakup. You really remind the other person like of who they are.
Yeah.
You have a good what is that like one of the speeches, like
Yeah.
yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like
Like get your head back in the game speech,
Yeah.
like one of those. Like you're so good at that, and it's motivating. So I think even if it's yoga or whatever I want to do that makes sense in your eyes, that you're like supportive of it.
Yeah. I feel like I've always supported.
You have. You're the same way with Leo. That's why he wants to do. He's like, let me do another sport. Like, I feel like your confidence in your identity more so really stems from your parents. Like, do they support you? Do they tell you how great you are? Like, I tell Blaze he's funny. He doesn't even know what I'm saying. But I'm like, you're so funny. You're so cute. And you're so, strong in this. And I tell him those things. And not that he knows what I'm saying, but I want him to grow up with that mindset of, like, I'm the best. Not in a arrogant way, but that he loves himself.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for Leo, so you always received it. Leo's different. I have to find and pick and choose when to be like, you're special. Because sometimes to be like, Mom, I don't, like he's just a boy. But I think it's important for me, even like yesterday, he hit the home run, and I knew he was so excited. So I'm like, this is my opportunity to really like feed into him because I know he's so open. So I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, like you're a great athlete, like look at what you did, or look at how fast you ran. Like, cause I feel like sometimes he questions his confidence. And at that age, you're naturally like, I don't know, am I good or what? But like us adults, we look at him and we're like, bro, you're amazing at what you do. Yeah. And on top of that, even with school, like he's so good at school. And I'm like, I was the total opposite, like math comes easy for him. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to help you, bro. Like that shit right there. Thank God for ChatGPT now, because then it kind of explains the problem. But it's good that you feed into Blaze like that because your kids need that. I have to be honest with you, Mom. Don't feel sensitive about this at all. But I don't remember anyone feeding into me like that. You know what I mean? Like saying, wow, you're funny. Wow, you did really, you did great on your test, or just the small things. You're funny, nothing, you know? So it's just, and granted, my mom was like a good mom. I just feel like sometimes your parents just don't know better, you know? Like I feel she liked that in her upbringing. So she was just trying to do the best that she could. She was a young mom with 2 kids. So I try with my kids, and you're not going to do it perfect either with Blaze. You're going to try to do the best you can. We drop the ball. You're going to drop the ball sometimes. It's just what it is. You just have to know you've done the best job that you could do. And I always try to do things different from maybe what I felt like I lacked. Yeah. So with you, we had deep conversations about boys, whatever, because I felt like I didn't have that. And that's how you came into play when I got pregnant at 16.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good. It's good that you do that with him because he is funny.
Yeah, but even like with you, like, because I just thought of like, you know, when you're a teenager or a kid, I would never want to go back to being a kid or a teenager again because I just feel like your hormones, you look weird, you're acting weird, you don't know what to do, your body is like, what, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then as a woman, you start your menstrual, all of these things, right? But I remember like when I was younger, I hated my legs. And my mom would be like, you have gorgeous legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know until I got older. And I would be like, she was right. I do have nice legs. Or even like my eyebrows. My eyebrows, I had like a little bit of the unibrow going on because I have naturally thick eyebrows. And she would tell me like, your eyebrows, people kill for your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to love them when you get older. And then you had let me, like, wax the middle. That's how I started getting my eyebrows done. But all these things that, like, I disliked about myself that you would be like, no, you're right on track.
Right.
You have
You're
great eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm like, you are good. You are on track. Yeah, so this was fun.
This was fun.
This was fun. We had Leo in the building. I mean, I was a little worried. I think him being in front of a camera and on a mic is a little like, you've done it more and you've done more TV than him. So he's always like,
Whoa, he wants the Evelyn and Leo show. And I'm out of it.
he was like, I'm sure let's see if he's texting
Probably
me.
going to the sleepover.
Oh, sure he is.
Yeah.
But so this was good.
Got it.
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Drop the Low. Put comments below, like the video. And yeah, we have a website now. So if there's any like fun topics you guys want to discuss, any questions, feel free to like fill that out. And yeah, we're always open to. Somebody talked about the plant back here. What's the problem with it? Is it this that's getting on your nerves?
I seen that too, the comment.
What is it?
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, just know that we listen to all the comments and
Yeah, can you babysit Blaze tomorrow?
oh God. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. All right, we're out of here.